What is up, everybody? Is your boy Triple G93 here, giving it to you in the flesh, kind of, sort of. Hello, I know. This is going to be a Decimus game, and what a better time to show myself than doing mass air with Decimus. That's right. It's not the best thing you should do, but if it comes to it, you should do mass air. And so we're going to go ahead and see how this game is going to go ahead and turn out. When you're playing as Decimus, it's not worth going mass air right away. You have to earn it, you have to work for it, because if you do mass air right away, you're going to have a bunch of Reavers and Wolverines sitting right in front of your base, and all that's going to do is just cause misery upon you, because there's going to be a sense of helplessness that you're going to go ahead and have. So we have ourselves a Covenant on our side, two Covenants as a matter of fact, and one UNSC. And then we have two Cubbies against the enemy with Orange as UNSC. We're starting off with the chopper to go after our power that is there. We're going to work on that mini base. And this build order is going to be just a similar economy build that we see. And we were a little bit late trying to get that power right away. But right away we have ourselves an engagement with a ghost. We got the ram in, and they rammed in themselves as well. Almost donated power to my teammate. But it does look like we're going to be able to get rid of the ghost here, which will be nice to see. So that is a small victory. We can now start grabbing that power that we see there, which will be nice to see. And now we have to get ready for this grunt that's trying to sneak their way through and try and get rid of my chopper. We're not going to allow that to happen. So we're going to have to micro a little bit to keep the chopper alive, because all that needs to happen is for it to get tickled, and then it's going to be gone. And that's going to be bad for us. So that's exactly what they were trying to do. We got ourselves the grunt decision, one for the flank and one for the maneuver, and we're going to have our chopper go ahead and finish this off while we get the remainder of the free power here, which is going to be very nice to see. We're also going to get that war console up because yellow is actually Arbiter, so we are going to be going against an Arbiter on our lane, and so taking a Decimus leader out for us is going to be very helpful in trying to get rid of that hero for when they come in, because Arbiter hero is pretty hard to deal with from time to time. So right now mini is being established by the enemy, and we're going to keeping eyes on that if possible. This chopper finally gets taken rid of. Even though we want to try and get scouts, we do have Vortex Lightning lined up as our second point. And now we're going to see if we can try and do some maneuvering with our infantry as a whole. And we're going to just continue to try and work on our economy as well. We have two gens, our heroes coming out, and now we have to get ourselves ready for the next phase, which is dealing with whatever shows up with Arbiter. It could be anything that happens right now, and hopefully we're going to be prepared for that situation for wherever that comes. Our teammate Dark Blue is actually grabbing a second base, and because of that, it's going to be very interesting in case they end up playing a little bit aggressive. And there you have it. We have ourselves vision of the enemy Arbiter, and they're going apex with a hero, so engineers are going to be a problem, as well as the Arbiter itself when it comes out. So this is something I'm going to have to prepare for. We do have some grunts trying to focus down on the apex just to dwindle down the HP just a little bit, and we're going to continue to make the supplies, but what are we trying to produce out of this? This is the bigger question. Right now we do have some grunts, and now they showed up with grunts themselves as well, but are we going to have an additional army comp of some sort? And it does look like we're going to start focusing on chopper production. We will leave one of the grunts to go ahead and sacrifice itself so the other ones can retreat, while we continue with chopper production to try and reinforce our grunt army that is retreating right now. So looking at the map, light blue got a second base as well. So right now it's just mano y mano with Arbiter and myself trying to fight this through. My hero is here. We got ourselves a Vortex Lightning coming in, and it does hit, which is going to be very nice. The Arbiter's hurting, and we are doing some good damage with the Decimus. Y move comes in, and it turns out it just whiffed. It whiffed Arbiter entirely, and now Arbiter has raged up, and this is going to be a little bit of a big problem. Engineers are providing heals as well. We got rid of the engineers, but a second one has shown up, and our Deci leader is getting demolished right now. So right now it's not looking too hot. We need to retreat it, but instead we're going to end up losing our leader, and we're going to start falling back. We're going to have our grunts try to focus on the engineer if possible, while we try and micro our engineers, our own choppers a little bit, but right now it's not looking too good. They have themselves ghosts coming in, they have engineers as well, and our leader has unfortunately passed away. And so all we can do is just try and trade out to the best of our ability, which is what we're doing. But not really a good start for us. This Arbiter is going to get to do whatever they want. They're making conditional ghosts, so it does look like we're going similar format with vehicles with the hero. But those engineers that they made did actually help them out a little bit more than what we would have liked on our side. So we do have ourselves our cleansing beam for our third point ready to use, but we're going to try and focus down these choppers with the ram. If we're able to punch right in there and get rid of those, then we can at least start to focus on the Arbiter afterwards. And it looks like that's what's happening. We got rid of both of the ghosts there, which is nice to see. But can we get rid of the Arbiter? Our hero is going to be out and a second base is going to be established on our side. But while we weren't looking, Conduit of Rage was popped, probably because the plasma ability was used by the Arbiter. So we're still trying to fall back, but this Arbiter is kind of a thorn in our butts right now. So we're going to upgrade our gen. I hope we only had 2 gens and it was upgraded the whole time. If not, that's going to be a little bit unfortunate that that is the case. Stasis mines are set up as well, which is going to be a little bit unfortunate because we got one of our choppers caught here. But we can at least see, nope, we lost that chopper. But our hero's here. Can we go ahead and pull the Arbiter if possible? We got the pull in. Now all we need is the Y move if possible. Y move comes down, and once again Arbiter has invaded it. It's kind of surprising. It does look like they were stunned, maybe not. It's kind of hard to tell, but 2 engineers are set up, so cleansing beam's going to come down to focus down on the Arbiter. The pull comes in, so we're going to at least try and focus down on the engineers, but that didn't even get to happen either. So Arbiter is retreating. Can we get ourselves a pull if possible? Stasis mines are still a problem for us. And it looks like with the Conduit of Rage, the Arbiter is going to be able to disappear. And actually, it's come back, and we've lost all of our choppers once again. So we're getting ourselves our 3rd gen up, and our leader is just struggling with the Stasis mine right now. But we at least have 2 gens up, and now we're going to start going air. We did this nice back and forth here with the choppers and the leader. So just like we both are kind of like stalemated at the moment. Our teammates are looking good with expansion bases, which is something you want to see. They're well established. So I just need to make sure that I can go ahead and set myself up successfully to go ahead and deal with the enemy over here. Mantises have come in with a Mac as well, which is actually really good to see. But the Arbiter is once again coming in with Conduit of Rage. Our Decimus is coming right behind with some chopper reinforcements, but it does look like he's going to go ahead and pull away from that engagement. So that means our only option here is to start working on the air. We have ourselves a leader. We have ourselves chopper. Let's keep the base locked, because if they don't know that we're going air right away, maybe we can go ahead and do something about this. War console will come out as well to go ahead and upgrade our hero, because that can still play a part to try and put the Arbiter on lockdown. We don't really want the situation where the Arbiter is just able to do whatever they want with the Conduit of Rage, Stasis Mine, Plasma Bolt, and that just coming out of control. So air production will continue. We do need to upgrade this base, and hopefully we'll be able to do that soon enough. But with the amount of power that we're coming in, we got 3 or 4 gens coming in. We'll be able to do something about this. And we know what Arbiter is doing right now. It's like a weird mixture of vehicles and Banshees at the same time. So this is definitely something that we can go ahead and deal with, especially with the fact that we're 2 going to mass air. But Red has shown up with Atriox, Vet 1 Atriox. It does look like Dark Blue will be prepared for this engagement, but if not, my air will also be very handful here. But we'll go ahead and see how that plays off. Yellow is chasing the 1 chopper that we have, which is a good thing to see. But Orange has shown up with a massive amount of Hornets themselves, and they're actually wrecking Light Blue on that right hand side. And because of that, Dark Blue is shifting over. But since Dark Blue is shifting over, that means Red's going to try and capitalize on this and hit Dark Blue's main base, secondary base. And so my responsibility is going to go ahead and shift over, and even if Yellow shifts over and attacks my second expansion base, hopefully I'll have a response to that at least and be able to hold that off. But the Vortis leader was at least able to push them back, which is nice. Engineers are healing the second base for Light Blue, which is nice to see, but we're still kind of in trouble. We're still kind of in a clock, going to make some turrets to try and defend our base. We do have plenty of power, but we're not really utilizing that power. There we go. Tech 2 is being used. But with Orange right now, with the Hornets, with Forge, it's going to be a little bit hard getting rid of all of that. And looks like the base will end up going down, unfortunately. More Reavers are being made, which is nice to see. but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. And because of that, light blue is going to end up losing their base, and they're going to be now set with just one base. So we're kind of in this weird situation. Yellow is doing a good flank attack, getting rid of the mini base. I still have good air production right now. And now it's about making an engagement that's going to be efficient for us. Because if we get rid of one of the armies, then we can go ahead and be more active and help our teammate out. Because they are looking to get rid of light blue's main base right now. So right now, raids are coming in and Bansheen. So it's a mixture of vehicles and air coming in from yellow. And I'm going to need to win this engagement here. If I don't win this engagement, it's going to be a very tough situation. So Banshees will start heading over to our secondary base to get ready for whichever direction they choose to attack. And it looks like they're going to attack through the bottom side. Cleansing Beam will come down, and it's getting rid of a lot of the Banshees and the Engineers. Splits are trying to happen right now, but good damage is coming in. There is going to be an Elite Enforcer drop coming in from the Arbiter. So this is a lot of army that's going to be happening right now. But with what we've got, can we get them all together and consolidated with our army to try and push this? Our base is starting to hurt. We got the air units coming in for the Banshees, and now we just got to push them through. We got our leader. We can pull some units and start doing that fight when necessary. But Plasma Bolt has gone down, but we do have Boundless Siphon. Vortex Lightning is coming down as well. We're going to focus it down on all the ground units that we can, including the Arbiter. Hammer Stun's working beautifully right now. And we're got the Y move by the Decimus as well. Our base is almost at a quarter HP left. It's looking very close. We have to try and get rid of the remainder of the units. The Arbiter is gone, but our base is almost taken out. Fortification is finally being done now, but is it a little bit too late? I don't know. We're upgrading the supply pads just in case, and it looks like we just barely held that off. Meanwhile, huge cleansing beam is coming down from the enemy on that side. I'm going to send my Banshees over to try and reinforce, but light blue's base is in shambles. But we will have Boundless Fury, which is going to go ahead and provide heals and damage boost. And now this is going to be our opportunity to go ahead and try and fight Dark Blue over here. Well, Dark Blue is my teammate. Orange over here, so we can go ahead and try and get rid of the units. Our Banshees aren't upgraded yet. Atrion's Brox is popped, so all we can try and do is just try and pick off some units. Plasma Torpedo finally finished. Now we're going to start focusing down on the units, but light blue's base has been destroyed, and now they're only down to one base. But dark blue actually had a great push coming straight through the middle with the Scarab, so hopefully we can get some like momentum going on over here. And with the air that I've got, we just gotta find a way to stall over here. Supplies are being sent to my teammates so they can go ahead and grab their base. Blisterbacks are getting destroyed, but there are Reavers here. We do have Banshees, and they're trying to take a fight in the shield gen, which is not a good engagement by them. And the reason why we're able to do this was because we defeated all of Yellow's army very early on, which means Yellow's not really a threat towards us at the moment. But I'm going to have to try and start putting pressure on this left-hand side to help alleviate the pressure that's happening over here, because that Scarab is right over there in mid and is trying to fall back, and I need to provide a little bit of support in order for that to happen. But Orange has a lot of air, and we are losing some units here and there. We don't have as many air as they do, but we have to keep the production going and keep trying to reinforce to the best of our ability over here. Scarab is falling back, and now we see Yellow is also doing a mixture still of vehicles and air. Elite Enforcer drop comes in, but this is an engagement I can win. I have Desi Hero, and I'm going to have a bunch of Banshees, and the fact that I have not repaired this base is beyond me right now. But Yellow is starting to mix in a little bit of Reavers, which will become a problem down the line. So we're going to get anti-vehicle turrets set up on our secondary base to be ready for that. Wow, we somehow hopefully need to try and get light blue back in a position where they can go ahead and get that expansion base. Not their expansion base, but their main base set up. So we're 14 minutes in this game. Dark blue is going to continue to try and push this right hand side with the Scarab, with some Reavers, and now we have an engagement over here, and Plasma Bolt is coming in with an eradication. Will it get rid of everybody over here? Scarab is falling back, which is going to be nice to see, but unfortunately all the Reavers have been taken out. So Cleansing Beam is going to come down by myself to see if we can do something about it. Instead, we cancel the Cleansing Beam because Voridus is doing a great job with the goo, and our air just needs to come on over to get rid of the rest of Orange's air here while there's 2 random Kodiaks being set up. Meanwhile, there's a big push happening on my secondary base. Cleansing Beam will be coming down. Good thing I did not use it. They're trying to split, but I'm going to focus down on the engineers and the Banshees because the engineers are the ones that will provide the heals. Our Desi hero is now a level 1. Our anti-vehicle turrets are doing very good over here. Vortex Lightning is coming down to continue the stuns because Desi is doing a magnificent job right now getting rid of everybody. But Yellow's army is still a little bit of a problem. But with the anti-vehicle turrets set up, there's not really much Yellow has left over there. So we were able to wipe them out with just the hero, which is nice to see. And shout out to the solo mantis that was there as well. But now with our army, we can shift them back because we reset orange air at the same time. And they lost bases because of dark blue. So because of this, we have an opportunity over here to try and push Yellow. And if we're able to focus down on the base, then maybe we can go ahead and win this game. So we're going to do this by sending our air over. They don't have much anti-air. Yes, we don't have much air, but this is still a fight we can go ahead and take. Decimus is going to come in, and there goes a scatter bomb coming in from the forge on the Banshees, but we're going to do a little bit of a dodge from that, which was nice to see. We do have Desi drop as well if we need to use it. Elite Rangers are dropping, but now we have ourselves a level 2 hero, and that's going to be very hard to take out. Even if Reavers are trying to come their way, there's no way they're going to be able to stop the Desi hero at this point. And the air. We got ourselves a nice combination going on here. And now Atriox is showing up to see if they can go ahead and do something about this. Cleansing's coming in, so I'm trying to go in with some splits. We will lose a little bit of Banshees, but the Desi hero is set up pretty well to go ahead and focus down on the Atriox if possible. We're going to save our Desi drop for now, but we need to at least get rid of the Atriox, which looks like it's going to happen. The Hammer Stun is doing a great job. And now we got ourselves a drop in as well from the Desi. We can pop that Y move anytime if it needs to be, but it does look like Atriox is going to be taken care of. And with the amount of air that we have over here, we can continue to work on getting rid of Yellow space. And because of that, they saw that the game wasn't going to go any further than that, and we end up eliminating that opponent. And that means the other opponents are going to follow through, but maybe we have ourselves a big battle coming up with what is left from orange and maybe from red. We don't really know yet, so we're going to head on over just to make sure we can get rid of all the enemies. But if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give a like or subscribe. Let a comment down below. Hello there, I'm here, I'm alive. There's a person associated with this voice. And great goo coming in and Cataclysm to get rid of all these Reavers over here. And there's that nice battle that I was talking about. Wasn't a big battle, but it was pretty nice with that Cataclysm and the goo being spread out everywhere. And because of that, red space is going to be gone. All that's left now is orange. Got a Mat coming in, Vortex Lightning coming in, bunch of plasma torpedoes by the Banshees, and this is going to eliminate orange from the game as well. Red has been eliminated. All that's left is orange. Shout out, they brought each and every one of those units to fight to the very end. So that is going to bring this game to a close, and we'll be going to the stats screen any second now. But once again, I appreciate you if you've made it this far. If you've enjoyed it, leave some comments down below on what you think if you want to. And nevertheless, now let's go ahead and look at the score. I procrastinated long enough, right? So all in all, I was very efficient. I went 36 for 99. Our teammate Dark Blue 29 for 51, and our teammate Apple Pie went 32 for 14. But very efficient. Shout out to Kareem with the most units built. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is. Enjoy the rest of your day. Keep being awesome, and until the next commentary video.